We got Phillies versus Orioles tonight, and the Phillies, after a pretty impressive series against the Tigers, winning 2 of 3. The only loss was against Tariq Skubal. You can forgive that. They take on the Orioles at home tonight in the Phillies home park. Before we get into everything for today, I am going to have 3 home run predictions. Let's first do a quick recap from last time you saw me, which would have been from Friday's game, which unfortunately did not go our way. I had both Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper to hit a home run. Neither of them hit a home run on Friday. Bryce Harper hit a home run on Saturday. Kyle Schwarber hit a home run on Sunday. That's unfortunately how things go. Nature of the business, especially when you're taking home run plays. The matchup tonight against the Orioles, Jesus Luzardo is pitching for the Phillies with Cade Povich on the mound for the Orioles. 2 lefties, which is kind of interesting in the same start for tonight. Pretty confident in the 3 home run predictions that we have for tonight. 2 on the Orioles, 1 on the Phillies. Before we get into that, just make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then for this video, like, comment, all that good stuff. And then before you get started on anything, head to BetMGM and use the promo code CROSSING to get in on the action. That promo code gets you the best sign up in your state. So again, go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING, and let's get right into it. So Tyler O'Neill is going to be our first play tonight. He is offered at plus 350 odds. Now, you look at O'Neill, he's missed a lot of time this year. He got hurt at the beginning of the year, came back about a month ago, a little bit over that. So not a huge sample size if you look at the year for O'Neill. But one thing, if you look at him, he's consistently done well this year, is hit left-handed pitching. And O'Neill's honestly hit lefties really hard throughout the entirety of his career. So it's not just this year, but this year is no different. You look at him on the season, ISO rate of 225, against lefties with a barrel rate of 23%. That's a decent ISO rate and a very good barrel rate. But you look at the last 30 days when he's really been hitting well, that ISO rate jumps up to an absolutely just phenomenal 529 ISO rate and a 28.6% barrel rate. Both of those numbers are fantastic. Now, obviously, he's not going to keep that up for an entirety of the entire season, but it does mean that he's hitting very, very well. And, even as the Orioles, they sold pieces at the deadline, obviously not making a playoff push this year. O'Neill has 8 barrels over the last 2 weeks. He's one of only 6 batters with 8 or more barrels in this stretch. So he has been hitting pretty well. Now, this game tonight, what we all know about the bank, it's a hitter's park. That's obviously a good thing when you're looking at home runs. It's of all of the games today, it's got the second best home run index at plus 22%, a plus 22% home run index. That includes both the weather and the stadium itself. Now, the majority of that high of a percentage has to do with the stadium because, again, it is a hitter's park. And you look at it just from a weather perspective, it's not as good as it has been. There was a stretch, July, where basically every single game at the Philly Stadium was fantastic hitting conditions. Not as much the case today. Lower humidity, lower barometric pressure, both of those won't help with carry, but that is a little bit subdued by the fact that the temperature is going to be in the mid to high 80s, which does help with carry. So the weather is slightly positive and a very good home run stadium, just to kind of give you guys the landscape there. Now, I mentioned Jesus Luzardo is pitching for the Phillies. Who the heck knows what to expect from Luzardo? He pitched a gem last time out. The game before that, he was in the middle of a gem before having a blow-up inning where he allowed a home run to a righty. To start before that, he got hit up pretty hard, allowing 2 home runs to righties. So you kind of take a step back from the nitty-gritty of everything, and you just look at his numbers. You let the data talk to you. He's allowed a home run every 25 at-bats against righties over his last 5 starts. And 3 of them have come since the All-Star break. So when you see that, home run every 25 at-bats, it's not quite the 20 number that we like, but it's under the 30 number, which is pretty much acceptable for our purposes. So O'Neill, very confident that he hits one tonight. I also like Jordan Westburg to hit a home run for the Orioles as well. He's got a pretty good price, plus 475 for Jordan Westburg. Now, he doesn't quite have as good a numbers as Tyler O'Neill does against left-handed pitching. Granted, we are getting better odds, so obviously that stuff is all interconnected. But he has been hitting well. You look at him recently, 21 hard hits over the last 2 weeks. That is a fantastic number. 21 hard hits in a 14-day span. It's very, very good. You look at the last 7 days, 12 hard hits over the last week. Another very, very good number. And his numbers against lefties, again, not quite the Tyler O'Neill as good, but over the last 30 days against lefties, 294 ISO, 13% barrel rate. That ISO rate is a very good number, and that barrel rate is solid. It's acceptable. He obviously benefits from the same positive home run conditions at the Philly Stadium, gets the same pitching matchup that Tyler O'Neill does. So I like Westburg a lot to hit a home run. That is our second play. And then the third one, we're heading over to a batter on the Phillies, as I mentioned. No, we're not taking Bryce. No, we're not taking Kyle Schwarber. We're taking Otto Kemp to hit a home run. The first time that I have gone with Otto Kemp, plus 550 odds for him. It might seem random. Not a lot of people know who Otto Kemp is. Whenever the Phillies play a lefty, he's going to be in the lineup, which means he's not an every day in the lineup type of guy. He's a platoon guy that is in the lineup when they're facing a left-handed pitching. He's been really, really good against lefties. We're looking at the same time frame, the same parameters that we looked at for O'Neill and Westburg against left-handed pitching over the last 30 days. We're talking 471 ISO rate and a 20% barrel rate. Leads the Phillies in ISO rate against lefties over the last 30 days. That's very, very good. Now, obviously, it's a small sample size because he's not in the lineup every single time, but that's very, very good numbers for for Otto Kemp. Up there with Tyler O'Neill, better than Jordan Westburg. And I really like the matchup against the Orioles starting pitcher as well. I mentioned that Cade Povich is pitching for the Orioles. One thing I did not yet mention is that he's making his first start since June. So who knows how he's going to look. What we do know is that when he did pitch this year, he did not look good. We also know the Orioles sold a lot of their bullpen arms. So if Povich only goes 4 innings, Kemp's going to have a lot of good at-bats against not good bullpen arms for the Orioles. Now you look at Povich, his home run numbers specifically are not terrible on the entire year. I don't have any 5-week starts for him because he hasn't pitched in 5 weeks, but on the year, allowing the home run every 25 at-bats, again, that's not under the 20 number that we'd like. It's also not any number to be scared of. What we do know is that he's worse against righties slightly, home run every 24 at-bats against righties, but a lot of his advanced numbers do not show a good pitcher. We're talking barrel rate, 10.5% against right-handed hitting, hard hit rate of 52% against righties, and his line drive rate is decently high with an average fly ball rate. You can combine the two, they're above 50%. Again, this is all against righties on the year. He's got a lot of pitches that get hit hard. The biggest one is his four-seam fastball, which Otto Kemp has fantastic numbers against the four-seam fastball on the year. 14% barrel rate, 73% hard hit rate, and a 55% fly ball rate against four-seamers from lefties. Those are very, very good numbers. And then the last thing I'll mention, he's been hitting pretty well recently. Obviously, again, he's not in the lineup every single day, and he's only guaranteed to start when the Phillies are facing a lefty. But you look at his last 15 games, which again, smaller sample sizes are always going to have a little bit of weirdness with the numbers. But over his last 15 games, average exit velocity of 97.6 miles per hour, meaning the average exit velocity of when the baseball or the ball leaves his bat is considered a hard hit. And again, a hard hit is anything 95 and above. 13% barrel rate, 73% hard hit rate, 60% pull rate, and a low ground ball rate of only 20%. All those numbers are very good across the board. He's got a good matchup against the Orioles starting pitcher in good hitting conditions. So I think Otto Kemp is absolutely worth a sprinkle at plus 550 odds. And that's all we got. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. Again, we're going Tyler O'Neill at plus 350. We're going Jordan Westburg at plus 475. And we're going Otto Kemp at plus 550. Make sure to bet responsibly. Make sure to go to BetMGM. Use promo code CROSSING to get in on the action. And have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.